Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, my science lovers. Just want to say hi. I got a thing I got to do here in just a little while. But I thought we could have a nice little coffee chat. Talk about the amazing things that are coming up, the stuff that I'm going to do, the stuff I'm working on, and the direction of my work. So let's get on this. I enjoy this groovy tune by the Jingle Punks. Hello. So I'm about an hour early than what I normally do, but hey, that's okay. So I thought I would sit and have a really quick coffee chat. If anybody's available, it's unscheduled. It was just kind of a run-of-the-mill kind of thing, really fast. But hey, here we are. And so I have lots of exciting things that are coming up, lots of exciting things that are going on, stuff we're doing, stuff that I'm moving forward with. So yeah, so I'm going to be pretty busy this summer, focusing primarily on my science communicator work. And so I'm pretty excited about that and different things that I'm doing, different directions that I'm going. So let me kind of send this out on the various things. Hello, Mike. Hello, Cody. So, how you guys doing today? I'm just sitting here having my coffee. I'm about to, hop off of here in just a little while to go. It looks like I probably need to update, restream, reconnect on YouTube because it seems like hello. What timing? Hi, Derp State. Hi, Andrew. Hi, Nana. What's going on? Winkle, how you doing? What's up? For no reason, just a howdy doody, Good morning, Chris. So we're here, and I'm chilling out. I got my coffee, endorsed by Wonder Woman. I think Wonder Woman probably drinks at least, and then you would think she would drink maybe, I don't know. Does Wonder Woman drink coffee? I think Wonder Woman drinks coffee. I think she does. I don't know why she wouldn't. I just, you would think that would give me hope on some degree that, Wonder Woman she's like, I'm sorry, don't talk to me until I've had my pot. I've been working in my lab for the last 24 hours. Wow, Andrew. So, hello, Axel, what's up? You doubt Wonder Woman drinks coffee? Don't kill my dreams. Gosh, do you not know not to kill my dreams? Wish I had a lab. I used to work in a lab. I've done lots of different things, but what I wanted to do was talk a bit. So I recently had a thing on Patreon for my patrons to get a snail mail postcard. So that special is up. So I'm going to be getting postcards. I'm going to handwrite messages to those patrons that are $5 and more per month. You're going to get snail mail from me. She'll need coffee to get going. See, that's what I'm saying. Wonder Woman has coffee. She's got to have coffee. So, So what's up? So, hey Jimmy, how you doing? You know, so what's going on with my channel? What direction am I going? Well, Andy is finishing up my computer due to the amazing donation that I received last Saturday because of all the unpleasantness surrounded by around a particular apologist. People have been extremely supportive. And yes, I'm getting a PC from you, Andy. How you doing? I was just mentioning that. So that a big portion of that donation, I got somebody gave me $1,000 last Saturday, and so a big portion of that donation went towards getting the last parts for this super awesome computer that Andy DeWitt in the chat is building for me. And so he had leftover parts from a server. He got in some memory and a really good graphics card. And so he's putting that together for me. And I was able to send him the rest of the parts that was needed. So people have just been absolutely wonderful and amazing. So my breakfast is in my teeth. Yes, ScientistMel eats breakfast. I know, the illusion is gone and it sticks in my teeth. There's just nothing. Not quite. There it goes. Okay. Not quite as rock star. It's like, yes, I know. Isn't that awesome, Jimmy? Hey, Derp. Not certain if you still need power supply. Let me know. Thank you, Keith. I was actually able to. I needed 1,000 watt, I believe. So I was able to get one and send it. It was 1,000 wattage that I need. But thank you for the offer, Keith. If I need another one, I will definitely hit you up on that. YouTube is weird about messages. It's really weird about messages. So I got messages when I first started doing uploading YouTube videos because I haven't really been heavily active on YouTube except for about a year. So people were sending me messages and I had no idea I was getting them. There were messages that sat there for forever, and I'm just like, sorry. I didn't even know. Twitter is much easier interface for me because, us old folks like the Twitter, it's just, okay. You put the in front of something, it means you're old. The Twitter, the Facebook, the Xbox, the video games, These young folks and all, they like the video games and the Twitter. Anywho, so there's the direction that I'm moving with this channel. It's going to be awesome. I've got a green screen that I haven't used yet because much like everything I'm learning. Oh, you didn't send it through YouTube. It was from the contact. Oh, from my website. I think I got to fix the contact thing. I just changed hosting and my website hasn't been down. Thank you, InMotion. Much better than Ninja, as you do. So this old folk doesn't do the social medias. But yes, so my website hasn't been down at all since I transferred to InMotion hosting. So I was able to use that donation, that big donation, that went towards moving my website, because that cost me almost $200. So it was around $175, but that's for 3 years, and that includes the SSL certificate, all of that. And they transferred my whole entire website fully intact for free. And they have extra bells and whistles there. So that donation, part of that donation went to that. And it also went towards parts to get my new computer here. So now that I'm going to have, because I'm running off my laptop, guys, you want to see that the laptop is small. Here, I'll show you what I've been using. And so what people can contribute. So up close, near, far. Okay, so check this out. So this is my laptop. This is literally what I've been streaming from. And I have a monitor here that I use as well, you know. And so, and yes, there's lots of stuff. Here are my fancy lights and my headache relief, you know. I'll just put that over there. There's my phone. So that is actually a bin full of wires. It's not kitty litter. It's a bunch of cables. But I mean, I have been streaming off of this thing this entire, you know, once I started learning how to do it instead of my phone. I've been doing that, and then I use this as an extra input video, you know, video capture device. I have all kinds of stuff. So it's like I'm getting a new sorry. And this is actually a pretty nice camera, but I'm getting a new desktop to where I'll be able to do way more stuff with it, including editing short films, because I'm currently writing a script where I will be using my action figures to explain science. Wouldn't that be fun to have like Han Solo and Thor talking about, I don't know, relativity? Maybe that would be a fun thing. So I mentioned I'm looking for voice actors. So General Melody. So that's what I'm going to start doing. I have a green screen. I have a section where I can set up stuff and to do the green screen with the background to where I can kind of plug that in. And then we're going to have, you know, I'll be writing scripts on how these particular, you could do voices. Winkle, you want to be on the show? So we can have Han Solo and Thor discussing, you know, I don't know, relativity. I have so many of these. I mean, you know, and it'd be really nice maybe to have River Song and Princess Shuri talking about time travel. Wouldn't that be kind of neat? You know, maybe River Song shows up in Wakanda one day and is like, hey guys, what's this place? Vibranium? Wow, how cool would that be? She shows up. I even have a little small TARDIS. Where's my little TARDIS? Maybe River Song comes along. Have a little TARDIS in the background. River Song shows up. She happened to get the doctor's TARDIS. And it's like, hey, let's talk about vibranium. Let's talk about chemistry. How awesome would that be? What kind of metal? Vibranium's clearly a metal. Probably a transition metal. So I am going to freak out with 12 gigabytes of DDR5 running over 2 processors. Man, the squeeing. I'm containing the squeeing because I don't want to blow out everybody's speakers. But yes, I have that. I even have a separate Sony HD high def camera. So Dora the Grown-Up is the funniest. Oh my goodness. So I'll be able to set this up. You know, people are like, fancy lights. I'm like, no, for real. When I was shooting short films in Vegas, I used painter lights. Painter lights are amazing. And you can get filters, gels. And I use LED lights because it distributes light pretty well. And then what's on top of these lights is wax paper. My ceiling is white, so it also reflects it back down. That's why I have minimal shadows when I'm talking on my show. I have light, you know, have a light directing here, a light directing above. Lighting is key. So I already have a bit of a filmmaker background as it is, but taking it to a new level. They wreck several cartoons. A-OK YouTube channel. But, you know, so I'm really excited. So I think it'd be kind of neat because I even have little miniature figures. Like here's, I think this is Jay. So this is Jay from Jay and Silent Bob. And I have a Silent Bob up here. Where is my Silent Bob? Anyway, I have Hulk. I have I have Hulk, I have Spider-Man, I have all kinds of different little, here, let me just show you. I haven't even shown you guys over here yet. So I have all of this stuff just right there. I mean, like for real. This isn't even everything that I have. And then I have over on my piano an entire bunch of just Lord of the Rings action figures. Oh my goodness. So, man. So I have a whole section of just Lord of the Rings action figures. Can you imagine having like Legolas and Aragorn talking about the science of beer? You know, how cool would that be? So I have lots of stuff. You know, it'd be kind of fun to have Groot up here, you know, talking about things sometimes. Here is a science public service message. Maybe Groot and R2-D2. I have an R2-D2 over there. I don't know if you can see it, but R2-D2 is hanging out over there. There's R2-D2. So maybe Groot and R2-D2 can have a very strong philosophical discussion about something. And it'll just all be, you know, captions. You know, I am Groot, and then R2-D2, and then like little thought bubbles coming up what they're actually saying so we can understand. Because I feel like they would have a really good, strong philosophical discussion. You know, why not? So, but I'm generating scripts for that, which I think will be kind of fun. Just as another means to diversify science communication. R1D1. My room looks like a toy store had a liquidation sale in it. Yeah, mine too. Yeah, I actually have a pretty large collection of vinyl as well. Last time I looked into a camera exploded. I don't believe you. Derp State. Jan Silent Bob forever, man. I've got a Red State poster that he signed over there, and another one that's hanging in my living room where and I have Kevin Smith's shoes. I often brag about that, but you know, it's not really bragging so much as I genuinely love Kevin Smith. He is an amazing human. He's just an amazing human all the way around. I have absolutely no complaints about the man whatsoever. He is very genuine. I used to do a really good Yoda, not tried it in years. Huh. Tried it not in years. Ha! I see what you did there. I have a Sony 4K camera, but I need to get a good HD webcam for streaming. I have a Logitech Pro HD 1080p that I got off of Amazon for $45, and it's like the best streaming camera I've ever had. So check that out. If you want, I can send you a link on Twitter, Winkle. Hi, R&D. What's up? Rhetoric and Discourse. I have so many patrons in the chat today. Hey, Bo. How you doing? Did someone say beer? My beer brings all the boys to the yard. They're right, it's better than yours. Dang right, it's better than yours. I would teach you. I don't even charge for that. So, there you go. I don't even charge for teaching, you know. Speaking of that, good morning. Hello, Factard. What's up? So, I didn't steal his shoes. He gave them to me, and he signed them. I had another account that I was using regularly. It says, Melody, I feel we're Twitter married. And when I got them, it had dog hairs in them, so I think those are Sheckies. So, yeah, these are Vans that he actually wore regularly. But, yeah, I was so excited. He's talked about me in a few of his podcasts, which is really cool. I'm like, I couldn't breathe, you know. I like held my breath for a little bit. So, awesome. So, yeah, beer and Rice Krispies, snap, crackle, burp. Oh my goodness, you guys are funny. So, speaking of teaching, I'm trying to set up an account on something called OutSchool, where I will actually be developing one-on-one courseware and small group classes for anybody who is interested. And the classes will range from like biology and chemistry boot camp for high schoolers to biology and chemistry prep for college. And I will also have highly specific topics associated with that, like maybe there'll be a course on CRISPR, genetics, you know, extremely specified topics. So if you are a grown-up or if you're a teen, I will have some small size classes available throughout school. I'm building the profile now, and then I will start making courses available for people. So if you're interested in any particular thing, that will be what that's going to offer versus what I do on my YouTube channel is one-on-one. It will be like 8 to 10 people per section, one-on-one direct learning experience, and you'll have access to materials and content. It will be made available to you through one-on-one interactions with me, including like tutoring sessions. So it's a bit more intensive interaction. While this is, this is awesome, and I like this. This will also give people an opportunity to learn about a particular topic over the course of a couple of weeks, as opposed to just one episode, if that makes sense. Because my episodes that I do, are focused on one topic one time. This will take a topic and spread it out over a couple of weeks at a time. And so you'll get to learn more about it like a master's class, if that makes sense. And so that is something I'm going to offer on OutSchool once I get finished setting up that profile. And I'm pretty certain it'll be approved. I mean, I think they do background checks too, because you'll be teaching kids. And I've had like 4 of those. So it's just whatever, so if that's something that you're keen on or something that you would enjoy, I will also offer a big discount to patrons for any patron who wants to join in on a particular course. I will give them a discount. They already have a discount on my shop, but they will also get a discount on courseware, so they'll be able to join a class and engage one-on-one and learn something. And if you're like a high paying patron, you'll just get in free. I'll just like, here you go. Join the class if you want. That's awesome. So like the higher paying patrons, I will just give them free access to my OutSchool courses. So that's what I'm developing now. So that's an extra perk. If you're a patron, you'll get a discount. And if, you're like, I have like $100 patron named David, and I'm just overwhelmed by that. So he will have free access to any of those courses that if he wants to join. He'll have to join before they fill, but, it's there. Hello. Let me catch up on the chat. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Oh, Stan. Yay, things are good. All right, checking up on everybody. What's up? The God of Bacon joined. I like bacon. Probably too much. So, I used to do science scopes. It was a tough racket. I understand. But also bear in mind, I don't know your background, Bob. But I do have like actual certification in at least 3 subjects to teach on a high school level, and I do have a master's in science. So technically speaking, I could teach college as well. So I have that to kind of, to boot, so it's you would actually be learning from a professional scientist and a professional educator. And, because I have worked in industry, I do have a publication. I have taught at college, and I've also taught, I taught high school 5 years. So, science, physical science, chemistry, and biology 1 and 2. So I have that, so that'll be cool. So what I'm doing this weekend is putting together the rest of that profile for OutSchool, and then I'll offer biology boot camp, chemistry boot camp, geared primarily for high school driven individuals, and then I will have adult courses that are master classes, and they can range anywhere from understanding DNA, basically cellular dogma, to genetics, maybe like applied science, we're talking about CRISPR, or analytical chemistry, discussing NMR. How is it that scientists use, DLS? We can get into instrumentation even, because that's one of my masters is in. So we can get from broad range topics to extremely specific. And so if you have ideas on something you'd like to learn, let me know. That'd be great. We can also discuss how to apply the scientific method to daily life and critical thinking. So I really like to offer that as well in overcoming like cognitive bias. So that I'm developing a profile throughout school. So, and I'll post all of that information there. So that will be over the course of the summer, because I find people are kind of like, especially with kids, they need something to do. So that'll be something for the teen group. And then I'll have college oriented stuff. And then I'll have my adult series. And it will be small class sizes, 8 to 10. Patrons get discounts. And if you're a higher paying patron, you just get in free. So I figured that would be a good thing to do. Mel, no such thing as liking too much bacon. Oh my goodness. What is my specified area of science? Well, if we're going to get to what I worked in primarily analytical chemistry. I've worked in breast cancer research in developing more effective means of detection, detecting exosomes, which are like little teeny tiny packages that breast cancer cells send out, and other cells pick up these packages. And in more aggressive strains, those little packages can, once they're taken up by healthy cells, can actually convert healthy cells to cancer. So that's one means that they spread. So I worked in trying to detect those teeny tiny little packages in a blood sample. And so I helped engineer tests for that. We used nanoparticle technology in addition to gold-coated slides, where we were able to detect them through nanoparticles attaching to the exosomes after we isolated them on a gold slide. I helped develop 3D engineering, 3D printing technology to where it was a miniaturized device, to where it had, you could do a high throughput test where it was multiple patients at the same time. We were able to detect them through dark field microscopy. We could characterize them through DLS. We could find them as far as concentration of that in ELISA. We could also find them through Raman spec. And we could confirm binding not only through dark field, but we could also use fluorescence to characterize those particular, make certain that they bound to the slide, because certain types of fluorescent dyes would cause them to light up. So that was what I did. And then when I moved into industry, I worked in recombinant protein by taking genetically modified yeast, busting them up, and then purified them through column chromatography and characterized them to show that that's what they were through Western blot. We also use UV SPAC and that sort of thing in order to show concentration. So yeah, so that's mostly what I'd done. Next one. Physical science, maybe something. Yes. Okay. So in the U.S., they have a class called physical science, which is a very broad, a sweepingly broad introduction to science for high school students. It covers basics, extremely basic little snippets of chemistry, basic little snippets of physics, including like the first semester is usually heavily chemistry based, and then the second semester is usually heavily physics based, where you get into Newton's laws, you get into all of the things associated with that, momentum, force, gravity, all the different types of forces. But it's like an introductory class. You even get into some electricity, simple machines, work, power. But it's all introductory to kind of help prepare them for the other science classes that they would take, biology and chemistry. So, yeah. So, Anthony Riley should take your course, Mel. Maybe, maybe. No more talk about waterfalls. You know, I agree with you. Don't go chasing waterfalls, as taught to us by the great TLC. You know. Notifications. I'm getting notifications. I like my new phone. So you guys have seen recently I've had little short 30-second snippets of me talking about stuff. And the thing is my new iPhone has this ability to do an Animoji. And so what I've been doing is using that for the science communication work. So I'll probably do more with that. And so once I get my new computer in that Andy's sending, yay, thank you, Andy, I'll be able to take those and edit them a bit better together. So I might be able to use that as a medium to, you know, do some more science communicator stuff with made up, you know, like shot in advance type of short films as opposed to live streaming. So I'll be able to do more of that. So that'll be really, really cool. I regret just doing enough to graduate high school. Don't regret that. There's nothing wrong with that. But, you know, if you're interested in the courses, like without school and stuff like that, I am building those as we speak. And so I'm getting all of that together. Oh, my goodness. You know, and somebody went all the way through, and, you know, somebody was knocking Bill Nye earlier. Man, and so somebody has just tweeted, accurate judgment and opinions are not in that group. He doesn't know that I guess this person does not know that Bill Nye actually taught science content on a TV show, and they think that what he's doing right now are judgment and opinions. So whatever. Climate science is a real thing. That's not an opinion, and that's not a judgment. That's a statement of fact. You know, but people often conflate facts with opinions, and maybe you know what I need to do. I think I'm going to do a class for adults on how to apply the scientific method for critical thinking to kind of help eliminate some of your bias, because we all have bias. People are like, I'm not biased. Yes, you are, and everybody is. That's okay. Bias does not mean you're a bad person. It just means you have it, and we need to kind of, you know, make certain we keep it in check. Scientists have bias. That's why we have peer review. It's not because this scientist is so biased, we need to go back over his data or her data because, you know, she's so biased. We all are. That's why we have peer review. And so, you know, and we have multiple instrumentation that we can use to show that a thing is a thing and not something that we've made up in our head. So that would be my dog, Frodo. Frodo! Shush! Oh. He is probably currently protecting us from the cat in the street. The cat that comes up and harasses Frodo. Frodo, the cat is not going to eat us. He is the cutest freaking dog in the world. He has like a face like Falcor from the Neverending Story. If there was like he's his fur, you know, he's got a black coat, but he looks like Falcor in the face. And I'm like, this is my little Falcor dog. And he's so upset by the cat outside right now. He thinks the cat is going to get us. The cat is not going to get us, Frodo. It's fine. My mind has not absorbed enough Brazilian coffee to understand. I actually have, you know, normally my favorite coffee is Douwe Egberts. It's Dutch. And I can get that in through Amazon, but lately I've been sticking with community coffee that comes out of Louisiana, which is nice. I like community coffee. He's on to Smeagol. He is. Maybe Frodo thinks the cat is Smeagol. it's the precious, whatever. Frodo! It is okay, buddy! Oh my goodness. He's just like, just, even though I have BS degrees, most of the folks in these community are so much smarter than I could ever be, degree or no degree. I try to absorb you guys' intelligence by being here. The more I learn, the more I realize I don't know anything. I mean, and I think that's a little, you get into this like state where you're like, I do have a BS in biology, a BS in chemistry. I have a master's of arts in teaching, and I have a master's of science in chemistry. And I'm like, I don't know anything. That's a real thing, man. And then you get into this existential crisis, like there's no way I can ever know everything. And even if I read every single day, there's just no way. And so after a while, you're like, do I just stop learning? Like, well, no, because I really like it. And so you're like, well, there's no way you can know everything. But at the same time, I really like learning. And so it just is this conundrum that you just sit there and you're like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Man, you're just like, the knowledge. So I don't know. So I'm trying to, especially with my show This Week in BS, now that I've fixed my website, I'll be bringing back my audio podcast. I used to do separate episodes with people, and I'm finding it's really, really hard for me because it's me and I have a day job and I do all of the stuff. I do all of the stuff for this, and I love doing it. I wish this was just my job to a degree, because I feel like this is where a lot of my passion is, trying to communicate with the public. And if I had more time, I could develop more stuff. I don't have, a separate producer person that's running my show off of their computer. I don't have somebody else doing this. I run most of this. I have somebody who runs my Facebook page for me, my brother from another mother. He runs it. He runs it primarily for me, and I post things on there. And I'm currently streaming there right now. Hi, Facebook. So it's difficult, but I'm steadily growing, and I'm growing in the right way. And I understand I haven't blown up, and I don't have 30,000 YouTube subscribers, and I don't have 1 million views on a thing. But the way that I see it, I am growing and evolving. And if you go back to when I first started this, almost 2 years ago, I was streaming off my phone. I was literally streaming off of this phone right here. And I would stream like this, okay? I would set it on a thing, and I would hold it there, and I'd be like, okay. And then I would stream like that. And people would get mad. You need to, do it long ways. I'm like, I don't know how to do that. And they're like, turn your phone sideways. And I went, oh. And I was just like, duh. So, I mean, I've grown and evolved a lot in this. And if you want a good chuckle, go take a look at the days I streamed off my phone with it up and down. And was holding up pieces of paper instead of having PowerPoints and really nice intros and all of these other things. And since I've been interacting, there are people that have followed my work from the very, very beginning. And I was reluctant to start a Patreon, but people pushed like, no, you're getting there. And so once I started a Patreon, it's like, okay, you guys, if you want to give me some dollars, that's great. I'm going to keep on trucking and keep going. And so this has steadily been building and growing. And my audience has grown with me. People who have been with me from the very beginning are still there. And they're like, I remember when you streamed off your phone and held up paper. Oh my God, and now you are doing it off of a proper computer. And now look at you. You're doing little graphics. Look at these intros. I'm so proud of you. So it's like they have been a part of this too. And so while I haven't exploded and gotten huge and, and all of that, it's just people have been, increasing their amount of support. And helping me with stuff like this. And so it's been an absolutely amazing and wonderful experience for me, because not only have I seen that people really do appreciate what I do, and they actively tell me that. I have the sweetest messages from people, and it makes me well up a bit. There are people that message me, my daughter wants to be a science communicator because she's watching your stuff. She wants to get into science because she loves watching your stuff. And I'm like, that's awesome. That's awesome. And so I get to inspire people, and teachers use my stuff. Now, I know I'm not Bill Nye, okay? I know I don't have the same clout he does, but teachers use my stuff too, and they ask me to make things for them, and that makes me happy, because I'm like, teachers are like, yay, we have a woman talking about science, and she's giving us stuff we can use, woohoo, so it's like, it's an amazing thing. So I know I haven't exploded and gotten huge and all that, but I'm building the right way, and I'm proud of the work that I do. And I'm proud that I put so much time and effort to ensure my content is accurate. I do spend a lot of time on that, I've had, and I think that's the thing. It's more important for me to be respected as an accurate source than it is for me to be clickbaity, And I do have a more grown-up, orientated, a more grown words. You guys don't understand. Words are hard sometimes. Words are just hard, and so communicating them. So sometimes, and you do it all the time. It's just like, words are hard. So I do have a more adult and grown-up oriented type of show. That's This Week in BS, where we talk about more current events and how that affects science, and the misrepresentation of science and that. So that is a completely different type of outreach thing that I do, where I take what's going on in the news and stuff. And I'm currently talking with a few people about the abortion laws that are coming out, and trying to gather some individuals for a good discussion on that. And so I have a friend of mine that teaches law in New York, and so I'm trying to get his opinion. He's been on my show before, where he was talking about the glyphosate ruling, and so we were coming at it in that regard. I've had a lawyer who wrote the book on vaccination law, literally wrote the book. So that particular show is oriented more towards adults. When my Saturday morning show is pretty much, I would say, teens and up, but you should be able to show like your kids my stuff and not be worried. There's some content that you don't want them to see, like I do preempt stuff like the duck episode. Gets a bit weird, or the human sexuality. Maybe that's something you don't want your 9-year-old to watch yet, but it's very transparent, and so I let you know. So it's just amazing, that this is all just building the way that it is. And so next Saturday I will return with a traditional show. I know I said that last Saturday, but I've got roped into it. Not roped in, I won't use that word. I'm actually helping out with a particular thing. It's a big thing, and I offered to help out with that because they needed people, and so I'm volunteering some time this early morning, early afternoon to go and handle this particular thing. So I'm doing that today. So I just tomorrow I'm gonna play around. I'm play around with working on my audio podcast to get that going back on my website again. If you're a patron, I'm going to be uploading a new episode of Hey ScientistMel, the podcast. And I'm also getting together that Out School profile to where you can go and register for courses for particular concepts. So if there's something you want to learn about, let me know. I'll develop an entire course, like a 2-week course of that. And it'll be engaging session like that. And I will get you materials and content and all kinds of stuff just to kind of help you grow and learn. So that's available soon. I'm going to do that. We'll have various course offerings over the summer, but again, that's over the course of 2 weeks, about an hour, 5 days a week. So it's like 10 1-hour sessions of learning a particular concept. And so you'll have a syllabus and everything, guys. Be like actual teaching stuff, So I'm getting that stuff together too. She answer me next time. I'm sorry. Did you ask me a question? I'm trying to catch up on everything. Let me see. Let me scroll back. If a jogger runs at the speed of sound, can he still hear his iPod? I would think so. You should still be able to hear. That shouldn't affect your ability to hear sound. Thank you, R&D. I heard you too. No, people can't learn everything all the time. Nathan Oakley thinks he knows everything. Can we please come up with a new abbreviation for BS? It sounds too much like BS, Oh, thank you, Factard. Thank you, Kristen. That's nice. I am trying to catch up on everything. Sometimes I get talking. And so let me look in the chat. Sorry, didn't mean to. So you got to keep in mind, I also am getting comments in from Twitch, from Facebook, and from Periscope. Well, I haven't integrated Facebook chat on here yet, but Periscope is here, and if anybody happens to be on my Discord. So I'm trying to catch everything as I can. Yay, learning, Mrs. Snarky. Oh my goodness, no problem. So yes. So I'm gonna have to hop off here in about 5 minutes, but I wanted to kind of update you on where we're going. So I'm hoping to get my new computer probably sometime next week. Andy is sending it to me. He's got the rest of the parts, and I'm figuring out scripts. Just to wrap up, scripts on how to use my action figures. So if you want to be a voice on my show, hit me up on my Discord, or you can message me in a DM. DM me on Twitter if you want to be part of that as a voice actor for one of the characters, and we can have a chat. So yeah, it is sometimes difficult to keep up with the chat when you're streaming. How do I keep up with all the messages? I'm magic. Olivia Newton-John tells me so. You have to believe we are magic. From Xanadu. I'll let y'all look that up. Sending that beast of a computer. I'm so jealous. I know. I'm so excited. I have never had a computer like that before. And so we've talked at length about that. About how that's going to work. And so I'll still have it set up in here. This is my nerd cave. It's pretty much my office. It's technically supposed to be a dining room, but I have an eat-in kitchen. I'm like, I don't need a formal dining room. Forget that. Let's just put my collectibles and stuff in. I have a whole room just with geek stuff. I'm quite proud of that. And I have like all the graphic novels over here. I have a separate bookcase just for like my collectible DVDs and graphic novels. Oh my goodness. If man evolved from monkeys, how come we still have monkeys? Wow. Well, you know what? We didn't evolve from monkeys. We came from a common ancestor. So monkeys decided they were just going to get better at being monkeys, and we decided we were just going to get better at being humans. We're like human version, 8.0? Something like that. So much like we update our apps and get better like, iOS systems and Windows 10, we're like human version 8. Hey, Terry. You're up for some voice. What?
You'll need to unlock your iPhone first.
I said Terry. Oh my God, does Terry sound like Siri? What in the heck? You'll need to unlock your iPhone first. No. Don't forget my suggestion. Terry, you have a suggestion. Let me go back and find it. Okay, Bo, hit me up. You did You did a decent God impression. Okay. We'll see if we can sort out. I know you have a pretty cool accent. Maybe we can incorporate that into a character. Let me see. If you're on a train traveling at 99.9% of the speed of light, how long would it take to walk to the front of the train in Earth time? Man. Not very long. And you probably would just not be in existence because the amount of the energy required to move you at that speed, I don't know how you would be in one piece. I'm just saying, moving at that rate. You got to keep in mind, force equals mass times acceleration. And so that's a significant amount of force hitting you if you're moving that fast, even through air. Because after a while, it's just, I would think you just fall, it would just, just thinking about that, I just, see, now I'm off thinking about all the ways that a person can dissolve moving at the speed of light because of the force associated with that and the acceleration. Because if you can hurt yourself enough, that's why little rubber bullets still hurt. They're teeny tiny, but you go at fast enough speed. I would think if you're moving at the speed of light, that would be quite painful. That's my thought. So I don't know, maybe it works differently. I'm not a physicist and I could be absolutely wrong in that, but I would think that would be quite painful to move at the speed of light. I missed your suggestion, Terry. I don't know where it is. I'm trying to find it. If you are traveling at the speed of light and you shoot a gun, would you shoot yourself? Probably. You probably move fast enough, but you get the back end of the bullet, but it would still hurt. And I think it might go through you. Okay. That's some quantum leap level stuff. Simple fix for unintentional Siri activations. Place the phone screen facing down. True. That might do it. It's a joke anyway. Oh my goodness. So you guys are funny. No. If you're traveling at the speed of light and you're holding an apple pie, does it still taste like apples? That's the kind of questions, it's just like, I really just like to come up with entirely random questions that have absolutely nothing to do. Oh, by the way, guys, I have a new patron. I know Winkle is one of them. I have a new patron, so I have to update my patron video. So, I have a new patron, and that's awesome. I've just about reached my goal of $250 a month. So, which means I'm going to ramp up writing articles. I'm gonna start writing more. So that's one of my goals. I already do on average 2 shows a week, and I do appear on other people's channels. The ultimate goal is to do one-on-one, like in-person talks, and I'm trying to do more outreach within my own community. And I would like to eventually have like a science communication convention that kind of is more like Comic-Con, so it's kind of like Comic-Con except for science. So I think that would be really cool, and so that's a goal in the works. It's currently in the works. So, yeah. So that'll be cool, Would coffee taste the same if it's going at the speed of light? And how much force would that be in your mouth? If coffee was coming at your mouth in like a squirt gun at the speed of light, how badly would that hurt? That's a good question. You're ready for some breakfast or lunch. Any suggestions? Food. I do have some guests on the list. Maybe your fans could help brainstorm guests. Maybe. What I'm thinking about doing, what I would like to do, I'd like to travel to different towns, and give talks. And so that requires a bit of doing. So if anybody's willing to help me out with that, message me. I need a handler. Waffles. But seriously, I'm still thinking about that. How badly would it hurt if coffee was traveling at your mouth like a speed of light in a squirt gun? You would think that would be painful. Hot coffee. Well, let's even take the heat out of it. Let's make it cold coffee. We make it iced coffee coming at you. The speed of light. How badly would that hurt? And would it poke a hole in your tongue? Would it actually be enough force to poke a hole in you? Well, we know that we can cut metal with water if it's focused enough, water cutting. So I can imagine it would probably just poke a hole in your whole head. I would think it would kill you, yes. I would think so too. We go all the way through your mouth and sever your brainstem. These are the thoughts I have. These are the thoughts I have, guys. That's living in my head on any given day. Would coffee kill you if it was coming at your mouth at the rate of speed of light? Yes, it would. It would rip your head off. I would think so. What a weird thing. Yes. That's what I think of. So when you start applying all of the different equations associated with Newton's laws, you're like, oh my God. And then you throw in some relativity stuff. You're like, oh man. It's just like relativity and Newton's laws. Now let's talk about pi. A pie to the face coming at you at the speed of light will take your whole head off. It would be through you before you felt it. Probably. You wouldn't even feel it. A pie to the face takes a new meaning when it's coming at you at the speed of light. It's not so funny anymore. I hate clowns, by the way. They're jerks. Can you imagine? Oh, God. I need to talk to Monty from Monty and Hannibal. I need to talk to them. Monty actually, okay, a little side here. I've known Monty for 10 years. I think it's 10 years now. Monty originally made my original logo for the Science of. And I appear on his show. I actually appear on his show. There's a little character called The Little Shit. That's me. And I do stuff for their live streams from time to time prior to their show. But Monty, I need Monty to make a new character. A clown that throws pies at the speed of light and the menace that he is. Yeah. A clown that throws pies at the speed of light. Make him a superhero, like an evil villain. We'll make him an evil villain. Bye, Mrs. Snarky. We will make this clown an evil villain. We need to do that. That needs to be a thing. Monty is amazing. And like I said, I've been on every podcast he's ever had. I have appeared on for the past 10 years. So he is an amazing artist. Let's see. So, let me see. I have my newest patron. I'm so excited. Is at $20 a month, named Sarah. So, welcome, Sarah. You guys are awesome, and that happened yesterday. So, I'll be making a new patron thank you video. Just for my patrons that will air prior to my live streams, so that they just get thrown in there. So and if you want, you can check out my my website. Let me show you what it looks like. I don't think I've shown it to you guys in a while, so let me pull that up really quickly. Shameless plug for my website, because why not? This is where you can go to find all of my sources and all of my resources. I actually post my slides. I'm going to be updating it this weekend. So, hey, Geek Room, what's up? So, I'm going to show you on my big monitor here. So, here is my website. So, you can check it out. I have all the stuff at the top. There's a section that's just for my articles. So, if you go here, if you just want to read what I've done, here's all of the articles that I've written over the course of me generating this website. Everything about that: science communication, overcoming religious obstacles, depression, responding as non-sufferers, freedom of speech, Had a ghostwriter talk about Big Pharma. This is pretty good for the prove it isn't true argument. And it's a fun read. The Invisible Giants and the Magic 8-Ball Earth. Here's the fashion of pseudoscience and designer nonsense. How is it that companies like Goop do this? Science communication, language, and perception. How to effectively communicate science. Cancer patients using, oh boy, typo. Typo right there, guys. 2 letter A's in alternative. About the Monsanto verdict. You can also check out, I have a shop. And I got gear here. I have an entire series called Blocked By. Because PETA actually blocked me on Twitter. And so they blocked me on Twitter. And so what I do is I make merchandise for people and organizations with poor behavior on Twitter. This one was designed by Peter, aka Gonna Go For It. So if you have a design for something and you want me to feature it on merch, man, let me know. Are you blocked by PETA? I am. PETA kills more animals than they save. Check out the VDAX report for that information. Whether you're drinking your morning coffee, evening tea, whatever, this mug's for you. Now, the proceeds. What's important about my Blocked By series? All proceeds are donated to the World Wildlife Foundation. So whatever organization counters that bad behavior, they get the proceeds from my Blocked By series. So, if you want to check it out, so this is, you can click on Blocked By. I'm developing a whole series of stuff where funds will go towards Planned Parenthood, the ACLU, the National Center for Trans Equality, RAIN, Human Rights Campaign, Humane Society. So I'm developing merchandise where this is the Anxiety Depression Association of America. So I'm developing a merchandise to where all of that just goes straight to these charities. So this is the I've Met Satan mug from a particular apologist. It changes color. So it starts out black and then the image shows. That particular one goes to the Anxiety and Depression Association of America, because some of the rhetoric that's said by that particular individual is harmful to people who suffer depression and anxiety. So you can check out all kinds of different things there in regard to merchandise. I also have quizzes. So if you want to check your knowledge, you can click on all of the different education standards. Just check up on your knowledge, see how you do. There's even little certificates at the end. Here's resources, all of my slides associated with my show, so you can check my sources and all of that. So that is there for you. Oh, you like my Blocked By section? I like it too. Is that report called the PETA file? Might as well be. Oh my goodness. Yes. So, but yes. So I have an entire series for that. And my patrons get a discount for my shop. And I do have other stuff. I actually do have artwork that's associated with the show. And the artwork is pretty cool. Let me see. The chaos. This is based on chaos theory. One particular. This is by Livid Unum. This was hand drawn. This is actually hand drawn. All of it. And so this I have on a coffee mug. I also have it on a t-shirt. This is original artwork based on the chaos theory episode that I did. So if this is something that's your jam, you can check it out. There's all kinds of different ways you can have it sent to you. But, you know, here it is as a t-shirt. I have all kinds of stuff. So, I mean, just check it out. See what you think. Here's for your little ones. If you have a toddler or not even a toddler, a child, future STEMinist, right there. Why not? But, you know, different merch for different individuals and what they like and what they do. So, yeah. So, check it out. So I know. But all of the stuff from that particular individual, oh, the quizzes are just fine, Geek Room, man. Don't worry about it, you know. And you can keep trying until you get 100% and you get a certificate. Why not? I need to develop the quizzes a bit more. So if anybody is keen on helping me with that, that's a thing too. But all of the proceeds from the blocked by section for people who exhibit poor behavior on social media and push bad science, all of those particular types of merchants, I won't keep money from that. I don't want money from hateful comments, but I will certainly forward those funds to organizations that are on the front lines and doing amazing work. So R&D, if you want to do artwork, man, if you got fan art and you want me to put it on a thing, I will put it on a thing and give you credit for your work. And if you want those proceeds to go to a charity, man, let me know. I want to not only communicate science, but I also want to kind of progress and help science out. So, so yes. So I've got to run because I got to get ready to go do this thing. But this has been amazing, and you guys are awesome, and I'm so glad that I could squeeze in some time to chat with you. Really wanted to do a traditional show today, but I have to go do this thing, and I have to leave here in a bit. So that means I have to throw on grown-up clothes and do grown-up things. And adulting is not always the most fun thing in the world, but it's necessary sometimes. So thank you guys. Thank you, Sarah. So I'll throw my patron video up here really quickly. And then I will be making a new one because I have new patrons, guys. I'm so excited. So I hope you guys have an amazing Saturday, and I'm going to get some stuff out to you for tomorrow on the show. I'm trying to do more of my ScientistMel shorts, so I'm hoping I can crank out some of those tomorrow. If not, you will be seeing stuff on my website. And so this is awesome. Thank you, Sarah, my latest patron, and here is a quick 30-second digital representation of ScientistMel, thanking all of my patrons. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next time. Sending squishy science hugs. Bye.
I want to thank my amazing patrons, my science lovers, Patrick, Jennifer, Dragnot, Bo, Sarah, Ray, Shane, Rhetoric, Dirk, Graham, Zachary, Daniel, and then my minions, Keith, Carl, Pallas, Cersei, Stephen F., Stephen B., Duke, Chris, Richard, Neil, Oswaldo, Mark, Brian, then my officers, Tony, Maddie, Doc Fearsome, my amazing mutants, Jonas and Winkle, and my misfit, David. Thank you so much for all of your help. It means the world to me.